Welcome back everybody to Let's Play some more Heavensward. Obviously off screen I have taken care of some Aether Current BS. So, Stadium, what's going on over here? It's fine, it was a good enough idea, and this merchant and mender is freezing their ass off, which I find hilarious. So what do we do now? Okay, let's talk to random people. What's up, guy? Dude, lady, whatever. Okay, you're a guy. Okay. I can never tell when it's dark out and I'm zoomed out this far. Well, excuse me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, yes, and the heretics are on the side of the dragons. That's why we're hunting them. Well, we're not hunting them is going to kill them, but to, you know, try to make peace, make friends. Yeah, so yeah, Estonian, I think you might have the right idea here. What a bunch of dicks. So, do you have anything of value to say? Okay, do tell. Oh, yeah, it's alright. You can swear. It's okay. I guess it must make sense. Ah, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, how about we burn down this camp already, because you guys are a bunch of assholes. Well, yes, sir. I am the Warrior of Light. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being nice. So, another Aether Current stinky quest while we're here. Okay, so now we're gonna kill some damn polar bears, as if we didn't do enough of that already. Ugh, alright. Stenian, what do you have to say about all this? Well, okay. That's where we were headed for in the first place before we decided to, make a pit stop at the camp here. So, let us go some yak and polar bear hunting. Hooray! Alrighty, so Aether Current and a couple of yak hides later, let's go meet up with our friends, as we have difficulty jumping on the rocks because of all the height changes in here. Oh, it can be annoying sometimes. You can't fly over that crap yet. Not yet. Almost, but not quite. So it's a bit dark here, but yeah. That's what we've been looking for. But our friends are over here, and there's a last aether current somewhere nearby. Let me get that. Oh, there it is. Up there. Okay. Just so we don't forget, because that's the last overworld one on this map. Hooray! Oh, and that asshole is guarding it. Ugh. Yeah, it kind of sucks that you actually can't fly in a zone until you're, like, just about to finish it. I mean, there's still more stuff you can do and more parts of the map you can explore and everything like that, but I just find that kind of... It's like, oh, hey, you have the ability to fly, but yeah, you have to walk across the zone and get rid of all the story first before you can even do that. Well, you wanted to do more work in the field, buddy. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay the price for it. Estinian, you have no idea. I love the description of a no hideless yak. Alright, so let's see if this works. Not sure why the hide of a white yak would burn purple, but whatever.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Well, that was quick. Where'd you come from?
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent.
Well, at least if you believe us to be somewhat friends now, at least we're not antagonizing each other anymore, maybe after our last meeting, maybe it would have been a good idea to tell your group that, hey, at least, you know, we're not trying to kill each other anymore. Give them a vague description and be like, yeah, if you see them, leave them alone, okay? You're gonna freaking lose to them, and they're not our direct enemies anymore, okay? Okay, we're somewhat cool. But nope, we had to needlessly beat the crap out of them, but that was their lot, so.
Now, tell me why you are here.
How about you tell me what the freaking hell is going on, because you still haven't been very clear with us. But, regardless of what you say here, her reaction is pretty much exactly the same, so we'll just tell her the truth. Even though both of them apply, so.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion.
Do you have a better idea?
If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
For fuck's sake, yes! Yes! Will you please finally elaborate why you think your cause is the more righteous one? I'm here, I'm willing to listen, we want to make friends, perfect opportunity. Please, enlighten me.
'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elizan tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin, a war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Heavensward in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elizan is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Heavensward, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgr ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
Okay. Alright, I guess that makes a bunch of sense.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead?
And that would do what kind of good?
He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
Again, what is he gonna do?
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him.
Well, that was easy.
Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Wait, what's happening? Wow, okay. Does that mean some of our blessing has come back? Even as we suffer a Hollywood heart attack?
Is Autumn Mist, my friend?
Excuse me, you two. Excuse me? Excuse me? Hello? I could have keeled over dead over here. You don't know what the hell's going on. Let they just walk off.
I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while. And should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
And you're just gonna walk off too.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Well, isn't this what you wanted from me, to forge my own path and to see if I'm worthy of this gift in the first place? So now that we have, I'm just gonna get rid of that, completed our Aether Currents. Hello, NPC on a chocobo. We can fly! We can fly! Oh, such gloriousness. So yeah, we're actually gonna just fly around for a couple minutes and actually fill out the rest of the map so I can sit here and talk and crap. That scene right there, even though I was quiet for most of it, is one of the reasons I believe that, as I said a couple episodes ago, when Estidian decided to join our little troop here, that there was a scene or otherwise some dialogue missing there. And the main reason I believe that is because Estidian actually believes her story. Now, if you remember way back when during the Steps of Faith, even though it was unseen to the warrior light but seen to the player, he expressed desire to kill her. Okay, and now he's suddenly just a-okay over here, at least visually for the time being. And granted, he does have a connection to Nidhogg through the eye, and I really wish that, even though it's explored upon in the Dragoon job storyline, that they kind of had a way to recap it in the main story proper for players who hadn't done the Dragoon storyline, because Estidian's character and some of the details makes a lot more sense if you have, which unfortunately on this character I didn't. So that's kind of poopy, but he's probably, granted, he's probably through that connection, probably one of the closest things and people to understand the power of the Echo and things like that, who's not an Echo user himself. But you gotta remember that those two were enemies. He has no reason to believe her story. The only part he might be able to believe is, you know, the whole part about, you know, Nidhogg really wants his freaking eye back. And he can definitely sense that, but he doesn't doubt any other part of her story. He has no reason to believe she is genuine. Now, me as a player, even though I was exceedingly annoyed with her as a character up until this point for not telling us what was going on, I never believed her story to be anything other than the truth, or at least the truth as she understood it. Mainly because she is at a disadvantage here. She's already primalified herself, and we kicked her butt. And she already knows we're another Echo user too, and thus, you know, we're not blind to reason and, you know, possibly, you know, being swayed to her side or justice. And she pretty much knows that we want the same thing she wants, just our ideas of how to accomplish that are completely on opposite sides of the spectrum. And where was I going with this line of thought? I just completely lost it. Oh yeah, anyway. So she, if I've heard of many things, but she's not an idiot. So she would very well know that she's outnumbered, outmatched, and anything that might happen is just not going to go bode well for her. So at this point, she has, not only does she want to atone for what she's done, and her part in the Steps of Faith and the amount of death and blood and gore and whatever that happened partially at her hands. Again, I have no reason to believe that she's not being genuine. And even though she kind of abruptly, she's like, wow, you really think we can talk this out? And then, but then she's like, oh yeah, okay, anyway, you know, I'll take her to him. But at worst, all it's gonna do is, even if our mission ends up failing, at the very least, she can actually prove that, you know, her visions are indeed the truth by bringing us to the very being who, ended up inciting those echo visions in her in the damn first place. So at least she has motivation to join us for this now. But yeah, again, I find it just kind of weird that Estinian just kind of believes her. At least beyond the whole Nidhogg being pissed off crap, because he has no reason to. Like, he could have just cut, and he has no obligation to us either. He can be like, ha, I found you at last, Iceheart, and then just murder her right there on the spot. Because, you know, he kind of did express desire to do that. I'm just saying. So, yeah, I think there's a scene missing there where we kind of explained a bit more that she, at least, is not a direct enemy any longer. And here's that guy on the Chocobo again. But I can understand if indeed such a scene existed, why they cut it out, because you could pretty much figure this out on your own. Nobody but me is thinking this deeply into this crap anyway. So I don't even think the path to Durrania is actually open yet. So yeah, even though he actually says this, well, he has the right idea of we need to be cautious because we still could be yet letting into a trap. Like I said, I never actually believed that this was going to be the case because she's well aware she's at a disadvantage. The least she can do, probably the most harm she can do is just lead us on a wild goose chase, you know. But still, he's not calling her on her crap and saying, yeah, what a bunch of horse crap that, you know, or Chocobo shit that story was or anything like that. So I find that kind of weird and kind of actually a bit interesting and telling and whatnot. But enough swarm around. I don't even think the doorway to the next thing is open, because that's the one thing that's kind of crappy about Heavensward is you can't, at least two reasons actually. It's obviously embedded in the plot why you can't go there, and it makes sense, but even though the entrance to Durrania is right over here, can we actually go there yet? Yes, we can. Okay. I think obviously meeting Iceheart is the trigger there, but previously you actually couldn't. This place was locked off, and there was basically just a giant wall here, completely blocking you from progressing to this area, so you couldn't actually just walk here at all and start filling out the map and everything like that, which is kind of stupid because there would be no reason. See, I don't even need flight to go in here, so it's not like I needed that. I can literally just walk, but this little passage through the mountains was completely blocked off previously until I think this meeting where we know we need to go there now, which kind of sucks because I like, you know, even though it gets old fast, you know, exploring things is kind of fun and all that stuff. But now I'm gonna shut up. And that's going to be it for this episode, so thank you for watching, friends, and I shall see you next time.